But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you ride.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Jamison Williams. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 99 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Jones throw taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL. I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go eat and play and come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. A play fake. Now Warner. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Jones. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Warner. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On for the extra point try, Andrew Mevis.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus there because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They run again with Harris. And some room to run now.
And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 7-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Yeah, what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
They'll try and run with Harris.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by... Marked down officially at the 21. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Warner. Rolling to his left. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by Nevis is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. No, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. What I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Fields it right around the goal line. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick 6. Now he starts again here, 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you... And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Nevis on to take the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end
zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? But can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
They run the jet sweep now for Tony.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. To throw, Warner. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Patriots ready to try again on offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tries barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Pats get a bit closer.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before they're finally done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now Warner. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. 73 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New England's offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think?
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Warner.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Warner to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the rout is on here this first half.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw again. Ballooning, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on second and long. Jones, his throw incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting here, but I guarantee probably has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 23-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rosas' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now a first down throw. Warner. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Warner. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And here's a fair catch now, and boy, a very short punt will give them unbelievable field position. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first, this from 41. Rosas' kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. A final shot before break. Warner. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the end.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. It'll be Warner on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down and able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off the play fake. Warner out to his left. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw on second down, Warner. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jones throwing to start the drive. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
What part do they went empty?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a set.
After review of the play,
overturned.
on the field
They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on second and long. Jones under pressure. They got him again.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. So that time, Charles, the quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Vasquez. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Warner. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chase Claypool halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are pouring it on. Now Nevis for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he completes it to Henry.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out. He can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Deebo Samuel taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here come the Lions now.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
On 1st and 10, Warner. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
on second down. It's Vasquez. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Back to throw. Warner. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On second down, Warner. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Warner. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Warner. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
43 yards.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And they'll bring him down here for about the 22-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off play action, Warner. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here's Jones on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now, his 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. Now Jones. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaped down, began his route. Someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 2nd and 10, Jones, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the ball.
It hasn't worked. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On a jet sweep, here comes Tony.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They run the jet sweep now for Tony.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Warner. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Now Jones. Throwing on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And that one hits the ground incomplete. So now just 4 ticks left in this one. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time